Hey guys, Happy Splasher here. Good morning. So right now I'm going to start with our new Dark Tower run. So let us hop right in. Currently using the Geisha skin and the Gleedy Pet. Okay, so let's take a look at this Warlord here. So they have block runes, the Rocker Boys with the splash, and setting the health to 1. I'm going to start with our melee hero here with the high stats. He also has immunity, and then we'll also deal some damage runes whenever they're attacked. And those damage runes will help us fill up some of these other spots, even though there are block runes here. This Kelhorn here will give bleeding and does have block, but that is okay. I think I'm potentially going to wait until the next turn in order to set up a horde wipe. You can see the block is getting in the way. Okay, this is fine. Really do need to get rid of the Kelhorn here, especially with the bleeding. But I'm going to wait just one more turn and see if we can set up for something else. So I'm going to go with this range hero actually over here on E3. Okay, we drew out the Rocker Boys, which is what we were looking for. Okay, some more bleeding. Okay, we were running a little low on health. I'm going to go with the Vlad and then also go with the My 10 here to deal some damage. Okay, did clear a majority of the board, which is nice. Okay, and then we have a little bit of a health buff again on the Kelhorn because of the bleeding. Okay, fortunately our Vlad is still around even after the tiling, so we'll go for the board wipe now. And then I want to continue summoning melee heroes because they have the ability to get around this last skill here. Not too concerned about that. I'm going to go with this melee hero over here with the extra attack. Jaxie also has a little bit of evasion and some block because of one of the events happening. And at this point now, I'm going to go with the lifesteal, and then we will have lethal, just making sure that there are no death triggers. Yep, and I'll summon a range hero just to be sure. And there we go. Alright, moving on. Ooh, we're facing the referee. Alright, I'm going to start with this melee hero over here on C3. This Ogork will get some block at the end for every wounded enemy, and then also do some random damage. I'm going to go with this melee hero over here on D3. This one gives us an extra attack rune. Can't really play around the Enlil because of the flight, but for the time being, we can at least get rid of that. Does have some attack steal as well, so I do want to get rid of this here. I'm going to go with the Count Vlad and then go with the destruction, and then actually go with this range hero over here on A3, or A1 rather, taking advantage of the extra attack rune. Not really too concerned about this melee hero, although he does deal damage there. Let's see, I'm going to go with this melee hero next on B3. This one will freeze one of the enemies. And either one would have been fine. We could have stopped damage on the Count Vlad, or froze this hero here. Okay, this hero, the APEP gives reborn to one of the enemies, which in this case is going to be a problem, but we do have the Arthur Frostblade, so we can actually freeze both of these heroes. And at this point, we're just trying to go for as much damage as we can to the Warlord. Guess we can summon our own APEP as well. Start giving reborn to some of our heroes. Okay, so they did their free skill, and they'll probably end up summoning the Void Demon next. Okay, our Vlad is still dealing damage, which is good. I'm going to go for the lifesteal now. And then, don't have anything to actually destroy this, unfortunately, so do a shuffle and see if we can get around that. This one here does poison to the enemies in the line. That's actually good. Get rid of at least one of the copies of the Grandma. Okay, we're dealing with another Grandma again. Oh no. And more copies again. Okay, now this board has become very, very difficult to deal with. So much for the reborn. I'm gonna do one more shuffle, see if we can find any heroes that can clear these out. Actually, we do. We're going to summon the Madam Agony over here on the C2, rather. I'll transform all the wounded heroes into these crystals. So got rid of those copies of the Grandma. Okay, good to go next with this melee hero over here on A3. This one deals some random damage to lines. And there you go. So that was swag. Had a little bit of a scare there with the Grandma and the extra copies, but we were able to find a board wipe to come back. Okay, currently facing an ogre with a Drogon pet. I'm going to start with the Shadow Shamuna here on A3 so that we can guarantee that the shard comes below, and then we can still get protection. Also, Shadow Shamuna is very hard to destroy if they don't have immediate removal. I'm going to go with this range hero over here. Can't really do anything against the balls because of the flight. So in the meantime, we're just going to spread out our damage. Okay, they have another hero again. Let's go with this range hero next on a B1. Deal some damage over to the male heroes at the end of the turn. At least now we'll be able to destroy the balls. Take a look at this champion of the arena. I'm gonna go with this melee hero with the high stats. Also get some block on our warlord. Okay, more importantly though, we did force a silence, so at least now we don't have to worry about that. I have to deal with this Yoster that's going to deal some damage to our heroes at the beginning. Could wait one more turn, but I think this Yoster is going to be a little too strong, so I'm going to go next with this. We need to have some heroes that will stick around, so I'm going to go with this range hero next on B1. Okay, took a little bit of damage to our field. We do see the stones coming out. It's not too bad. As long as our Count Vlad is still around, we'll be in good shape, so we'll go for the board wipe. I'll silence all our heroes because of the death trigger. I'm going to follow up next with the... Trying to think what would make more sense. Probably going to go with the Shaolin over here on B3. This one will give an attack boost over to our heroes. Also has a death trigger to deal damage whenever he's destroyed. Okay, I'm going to go with lifesteal, get some health back, and then also summon this range hero over here with an attack boost. Okay, we'll summon another one of these heroes. I'm going to go with this melee hero over here on C3. This Aravata has some resistance and will also heal our warlord whenever it's attacked. Okay, at this point I'm just going to summon this Griffius over here on A3, hopefully opening some lines. And we should have lethal for next turn, assuming we don't have our board wiped. So I'm just going to go with this melee hero over here. And there you go. So that was Hotsauce. Okay, moving on. Okay, we're facing a King of the North. They're probably using the skin right now for the... something in the event center, I know that. Let's go with our... You know, we can actually go with... Here, I know this one does deal damage to melee heroes, but I'm probably actually going to go with the Madame Lotrix instead. Want to take advantage of some of these puppets that we have. I'm going to go with the Count Vlad and then also follow up with this building over here on A2 just to protect the Madame Lotrix. Also, this building deals damage to heroes when they come on play, and that'll help us set up for a board wipe. Okay, this board's fairly strong, so we will go for the board wipe now. And then also, let's see... No, I'm going to go actually with this melee hero with the high health. I want to protect our board as usual. Okay, we got this high tinker over here with the mini Tesla X dealing some additional damage. I'm gonna go with this melee hero over here on A3. This one, Mr. Flap, will give the health boost to our heroes when they go on play, so that actually keeps some of our puppets alive. Also, we'll set the health of the enemy that attacks it to 1, which will allow us to get rid of the Tinker. Okay, I'm gonna go next with... Actually gonna go next with this range hero over here on B1 to try and clear out the Teslax.
Whoa!
Okay, another hero gone over there. I'm gonna go with the Grandma over here on C1. We'll get an attack boost to our heroes at the end of the turn. And at this point now, they're going for their Storm skill to wipe out some of our heroes, dealing a little bit of damage whenever one of our heroes are destroyed. Fortunately, we do have the lifesteal, and then we also have the open lane A, so I'm just going to skip the turn to avoid any death triggers. And there we go. So that was kTommy. Alright, moving on. Okay, so they are starting first. And a pretty strong hero from the get-go. They have this Dominus, which does some health steal and attack steal. I'm going to go with this Blair just to clear out the Dominus. Okay. They have a little bit of a health boost, so we won't be attacking them for a little bit. I'm going to go with this melee hero with the high health, just for a little bit of protection with the Blair. Also the mental shield as well. I'm going to summon another range hero actually over here with high health stats. And then again, attacking on the open lane. Okay, we forced the silence, so that's good. Okay, we do want to clear out this Strick, so I'm going to go with this range hero over here with the high stats. It'll also deal some damage at the end of the turn, and will also allow us to get some health pentagrams. Okay, I'm going to go next with this building. Actually, you know, we'll go with this hero with the attack and the high stats. Okay, we drew out the stones, so that is good. Okay, a little bit of a threat here with the Dragar with the high attack. Gonna go with the Count Vlad, and then let's see how much damage we can deal with the Strick. So 13, so not quite enough. I'm gonna do a shuffle and see if we can find anything that can block. Some meter damage. I'm gonna do one more shuffle and see what we can find. Okay, okay, I guess we don't really have anything. Oh, you know, we can go for a little bit of protection. I'm going to go with this Athena over here on C1. So when the Athena destroys this stone, we'll get some summons around. We get a little bit of a blocker here. Okay, and that was good enough to block for damage. We're going to go with the board wipe now. And then we'll go with the lifesteal, and then we'll go with some additional damage over... I'm actually going to go over here on D3. I don't want to lower the health that is over here, so that way we can deal more damage with the Aphrodite. Okay, so we got the Deadlord over there, blocking for some damage. Going to go with the My-10 over here on A3 and hopefully wipe out a majority of those heroes. And there you go. So that was Mike. Okay, moving on. Okay, so we are starting first. I'm going to start with the Harn over here on A1. This one will allow us to deal some phantom damage. Also has evasion, so it has a lot of protection. Okay, we do have some attack steal going, so that's kind of nice. I'm actually going to summon this melee here over here on a C3. This will allow us to freeze the sheer shot. Okay, and we'll go with this melee hero next on B3. This one will deal random damage. Okay, they have the Iron Herald, which is the epic version of the what do you call the Aharn. I'm gonna go with this Masura over here, just to get an extra attacker out. Okay, we have the triggered phantom attack. We have the Jimmy Rocker Boys. Okay, I'm gonna go with our Count Vlad. And looks like they had block on the block rune, so that is why we did not deal any damage. That is okay. Let's see. I'm actually going to be able to deal damage over there. Thinking about how we're going to do this. Gives 2 random allies. Oh, you know what? Here, we're going to go with our destruction skill. Then I'm going to go with this range hero next on A2 to protect. And give vampirism to some of our heroes. And that'll actually clear out the Jimmy Rocker Boy with the block. Okay, and that'll allow us to deal enough damage over there. Going to continue and going to go with this melee hero over here on A3, this Dominus. Go for the extra attack. And we are setting up for the next 2 turns with the lifesteal, but they did surrender, and there we go. Alright, moving on. Okay, we'll go with this melee hero over here on A3. This Mr. Flap will give us a health boost to our heroes. Okay, I'm gonna go with, let's see here. No, we're gonna go with this melee hero over here on a C3. We're gonna take some damage because of the Mina Helsing with their damage skill. Actually, you want to set up our board next, so we're going to go with the Count Vlad, and then follow up here with our melee hero on D2. And this one here has Mental Shield. And just in case this hero is destroyed by the Mina Helsing, we'll have some protection in the line. Okay, we'll go for the board wipe now. Then we'll follow up with this Justy over here on B2, which will give an attack boost over to our heroes in the line. Whoa! Okay, we'll go with another ranged hero over here on D2. And this hero also has a death trigger to give extra attack to one of our other heroes. Okay, we force the Count Vlad. We force the destruction skill. Okay, and this hero here has a tree in front of themselves. We're going to attack on the open lane B. And there we go. So that was Furby. Okay, moving on. Ooh, it's Son of Woods. Ooh, a pretty tough one here. So we have the Madame Lotrix with the puppets. I'm going to go with the Groot over here on B3 just to stop the early threat. Okay, I'm going to go with the Count Vlad next, even though there's the Celestial Maiden blocking. I'm going to go with, I'll go with the range hero behind over here on A3. Probably actually should have just broken the shield here. Whoa! You can probably wait one more turn, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait one more turn. We do have a Caesar's Head as well. I'm going to go with this range hero over here on C1. This Harbinger of Death deals extra damage to the field. Oh, actually, it didn't survive the reflect damage. Oh, that's not good. Okay, getting a little greedy for damage, but I guess this will be fine. We'll go with the board wipe, and then follow with the... we'll go with the hero with the high health because they still have their silent skill available and they also still have spikes. Whoa! Okay, we'll go with another melee hero with high attack. Not too worried about this hero just because he has high health and we really do want to draw damage over to the Warlord at this point. Okay, let's see. This Snake Lizard Prince has invulnerability for a turn. I'm going to go with the Madame Agony over here on B1 just to transform and clear out the invulnerable hero. Okay, I'm going to go with the lifesteal now, and then we'll follow up with the range hero over here. And there we go. So that was Wormy. Okay, let's keep going. Got another King of the North, got a Drogon pet. Going to start with the Shadow Shamuna here on B3 so we can get a shard for protection. Also taking advantage of the adjacent damage to clear out other buildings. And we won't be able to set up for lethal, unfortunately, because of there's a high chance that our Count Vlad will actually be destroyed. Really don't want that to happen, so let's see. Guess we're gonna have to take the chance. It's not the best spot to be in, but I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna go with this melee hero here on D3 with the spikes, and hopefully set up for a board wipe. Nope. Well, or they can just destroy it that way. As you can see, there's also attack boost given at the end of the turn. I'm gonna go with the Count Vlad, and then now potentially see if we can get rid of something. Okay, got the Evil's Helper that we summoned to transform one of the Grandmas. And we gave a little bit of protection over to our Count Vlad, which may be enough in this case. I'm gonna go for the board wipe, and then actually go with the... I'm gonna go with this Yoster over here on C3, guarding the bottom lanes. And we also did get some good RNG with the shard coming on A3. Okay, drew out the knights. Okay, and we got the Shaolin with the extra damage. Fortunately, we do have protection with our Shadow Shaman. I'm going to summon, our Yoster rather. I'm going to summon a female hero over here on A3 so we can control where the shard is. And then also we'll give a better health boost for our field. Or there you go. Well, that was Sam. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, another King of the North. Yeah! Okay, we have the Ollie, Princess Sans with the Misgiving. I'm gonna go with our... Actually gonna go with our melee hero with the high health. Deal some damage over to the field. We can also get some health back whenever one of our heroes are destroyed. Okay, just gonna go with the the Count Vlad. Just trying to see if we could actually potentially get rid of the all. Gonna go with our range hero here just to block. This one here has flight, so at least we can either force the damage skill or force some sort of destruction here. Okay, we could protect again, but I'm gonna go for the board wipe, just get rid of the all. We have the negative attack happening because of the death trigger, but that is okay. Whoa! Okay, we have the Santa over here dealing damage. I'm gonna go with the Tengu, Evil Santa transforming our My 10, but that is okay. Okay, going to go with this range hero over here on C2. It has a little bit of flight, and then also gives a health boost to our nature heroes. Okay, we have the Yoster over here. We will be getting rid of him, or her rather. We are going to have our male heroes silenced, however. It's not what we want to see. But at least we won't see additional health boost to the enemies, and also extra damage to our field. Okay, gonna go with the lifesteal now. We have this red hero beast that can give an attack boost. And I'm just gonna go over here on D1. And this should be enough. Oh, we were a little short. Oof. Okay, well, they did their storm skill. They also went for the knights. Oh, and they're giving an attack boost over to them too. Ooh. Okay, the ghost is going to deal additional damage every time one of the enemies attacks. Just thinking about how this is going to work. Oh, you know what? We have the My 10. Let's summon her. Clear out the Ghosta. And there we go. So that was Jcmage. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, facing another Ogre and a Drogon pet. Going to go with our... we'll go with this melee hero over here with the high health. Also deal some extra damage to nature heroes and get a Tesla X, which will deal some additional damage and attack boost. Okay, so much for the Tesla X. I'm going to go with this building over here on D2. Deal some damage to enemies at the end of the turn. Okay, we'll go with this melee hero with the high attack. Then we'll let the building deal the rest of the damage. Okay, we forced out the silence, so that's good. This hero did have flight and mental shield, so it made sense for them to get rid of it. Now, this old god servant has a death trigger to deal damage to one of our wounded heroes. I'm going to summon this Regardius that will allow us for silence. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to go with this melee hero over here on B3. This one deals some random damage and will allow us to also block in the lane. Okay, looks like our Tesla X is gone. We have a Nomad giving the miss to one of our heroes, checking out and see where it's at. Okay, so it's not there. Oh, we can do curse to any heroes except chaos. Yeah, that's actually not bad. Yeah. We're just dealing some additional damage. And I do know that the Alexandria does do the remove the negative effects at the end of the turn. But that is fine. Should be okay. I'm going to go with the Count Vlad, follow up by Destruction Skill, going with the Lifesteal, and then also the Evil's Helper to transform the only enemy on the field. Getting rid of the Super Mary there with the Mental Shield. Okay, we drew up the stones. Hopefully this won't backfire. Okay, it doesn't look like it did, so we're going to go next with our... I'm going to go next with this APEP over here on A3, and we'll give Reborn to one of our heroes. And in this case, it actually gave it to our Tinker. So if he does come back, we will get another Tesla X. Okay, let's see here. So this will be destroyed. Oh, you know, we'll go with this melee hero next. So the Phantom Attack did clear out the APEP. We do have enough strength on our Kabos to get rid of the Aharn. Now dealing with another Tesla X. Going to summon this building over here on B3, or B2 rather. Will give us an attack boost over to our Chaos Heroes, and we'll also get some health back off of our melee kill. At this point, we just want to deal as much damage as we can. And I do see that we have a couple of good draws, but I think we will have lethal anyway, so just go with this range hero over here. And there we go. So that was Yos. Yos? Okay, let's keep going. Okay, we're facing another ogre. Let us start with... I'm going to start with our Necro Lich over here on C1 for some early damage. Those Rotters will come out and then we'll also deal damage whenever they are destroyed. Then also additional damage when an enemy is destroyed. Okay, I'm going to attack this over here because of the melee with the poison. Okay, and then we do have the enemy death over there. Okay, this gives bleeding to enemies in the line. I'm going to hit it with the silence here over here on C3 just to clear out and also not trigger the Reborn. So you get a health boost for every time you kill something. This hero here, this Justice Inquisitor, will give miss to some of our heroes. Not actually too worried about it. I'm going to go with our Charn over here on D2. I want to get some extra attack runes that will help us out for later. Also get some mental shield as well. Let's see, so I'm destroy that, there. I'm still getting miss. Still won't be able to destroy that. Block. I'm gonna go with this the Orc Master over here on a C3, just so we can get some extra damage out. Okay, in this case, damage over there. Still have our Rotters. Want to summon a hero with high stats, so we'll go with actually this range here over here on D3. or D1. Oh, there's a lot of block on him. Unfortunately, he was destroyed, so that's good. Okay, we drew out the silence and we drew out the stones. Okay, we got this Goliath over here with some attack steel. Going to go with our Count Vlad. And then also follow up with our range hero over here on A1. This one will freeze one of the enemies at the end of the turn, which in this case is the Goliath. Okay, we will go for the board wipe now. Okay, and then we'll also go with how this is going to work. I'm actually going to go with this Mr. Flap on B3. We'll get some protection for now. Still has that damage rune out there. I'm going to go with the lifesteal skill, and then also go with the Dominus over here on the B3. Really do want to take advantage of this extra attack rune. Really should have went for the hero with the attack boost, but this is fine. I'll go with this melee hero over here on D2. This one will give miss to a random enemy, which in this case is the Tinker. Okay, we'll take advantage of the extra attack rune now. Okay, we're not too concerned about the Tesla X, as we do have plenty of heroes on the board to block. Okay, I'm going to summon this ghost over here on A2 so we can deal additional damage. And there we go. So that is Streak. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so we have another Ogre, another Drogon pet. Okay, pretty strong hero. Let us go with the... how we're going to do this. So I don't think we're going to be destroying him by damage, so I'm going to go with the Arthur Frostblade just to get at least a floater out on the board, which in this case is the Khalid Bulk, which will give us an attack boost. Okay, we still have our free skills, so let's go with some damage to the building. And then some damage at the end of the turn with the Thunder. Okay, we still have our free skill again, so we'll go with this range hero next on B2. This one, Ogre Plant, will summon another plant. Okay, we force the silence, so that is good. Okay, gonna go with the Count Vlad, followed by the board wipe. We do have some attack steal happening from the Vixen, but I do want to clear it out. I'm gonna go with the... No, we'll go with the... we'll go with the Mr. Flap because of the higher stats. Also get some health back because of the melee kill. Okay, at this point, let's go with another range hero over here to clear this out. This Grim Harvester also has an extra attack if it does trigger the death trigger. Okay, we got the scrap there with the attack steal. I think we're going to have enough damage. Let's see here. 37. Oh, so not quite. No, we'll actually go with the Grandma here on B1 just to soft block it because of the flight. Oh, we can still freeze. Oh, it still does freeze even if the Arthur is silenced. I didn't know that. That's good to know. Okay, we'll go with the lifesteal. And then we will go with the range hero just to clear out the scrap. We do have a couple of charges, so we're also getting an attack boost at the end of the turn. Oh, we have another Mr. Arthur Frostblade. Let's actually summon him on B2 over here because of another Khalid Bulk. A little bit of damage happening because of the Mina Helsing. Okay, let's go with this range hero over here. Oh, you know what? We still can't deal any damage because of the evasion. That's gonna be a problem. Okay, we're actually getting close to lethal, so I don't want to summon any more heroes that can attack. because we're going to be triggering off a lot of that damage. Don't know if we're going to be getting it back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be close. I'm going to go with the building over here just to go for the attack boost to our heroes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, all right. We have our adjacent damage with the TNT. And so we will have lethal here. Yep, with no other heroes. Pretty close one over there. But yeah, there we go. So that was Svex. Okay, let's keep going. So many ogres. Okay, let's start with the hero with the high stats. I guess we'll start with our... Oh, you know, we can actually start with the lady, the Frost here. So allow us to set the health of an enemy to 1 if it does survive. Just seeing the stats over here. I'm gonna go with this range hero on D3 or D1 rather, just to deal damage to the York. Okay, it's not looking too good right now. Get some protection. Just gonna go with this range hero over here on B1. The Lucky Rabbit will freeze 2 of the enemies for a turn. Whoa! Okay, I'm gonna continue. Gonna go with the Queen Anata here on B3 just to protect. Also deal some poison damage. And then when poison does trigger, it will poison around. Okay, forced out the silence. Okay, and we have the Tinker here, dealing some extra damage to our nature heroes. We can probably survive for another 2 turns because of the Tesla X out here. So I'm going to go with the Count Vlad. And then let's go with freezing some of the ranged heroes. Even though this is nature, still want to deal damage. Hopefully our Count Vlad isn't destroyed. Okay, we will go for the board wipe now. And then I'm going to follow up next with... this melee over here on C1. We want to deal some poison damage over to the enemies because we still need to deal with the board as we are running low on health. So we draw out the stones. Okay, we did see the Regardus here with the Hellgate. We're going to go with the lifesteal just to get some health back. Also going to summon this melee hero over here on D2. This Terror from Below, which will freeze any of the non-chaos, non-building heroes. Okay, is that a Aharon? That is not an Aharon, so that's good. I guess we'll summon another chaos hero. Yeah, we can also get some bleed. Okay, still just letting some poison happen. Yeah. All right. Let's go with the. Thinking about this. Let's go with the Blair over here on the 1. We want some protection on our field, and then also will allow us to get some mental shield to our next heroes that come out and play. Okay, I'm gonna go with this melee hero next on B3. We do want to give miss to one of the enemies. Also don't want to summon any heroes over here that could be destroyed by the Hanako because then they could end up summoning Ouroboros. This hero here will silence enemies in the line, except nature when it's destroyed. So just guarding our lines as much as possible. Do have some damage runes out on the field, but that is okay. Okay, so we forced the death trigger, ended up silencing both versions of this Hanako. Gonna go with the... I'm actually gonna go with this Grace over here on the 1, so we get a little bit of protection. Even though the Grace was frozen because of the Terror from Below, we can still set up so we can continue to deal damage. Okay, I'm gonna go with this melee hero over here on B... Actually on A2 over here. This one has Reborn in Flight. Oh, And there we go. So that was Ccorsaires. Okay, let's keep going. Alright, we could potentially go for the 7 extra attacks with Grace, but let's just go for the safer route. I'm gonna go with this floss over... Just gonna go with the floss over here on B1. I want to take the risk that we summon a plant in front of it to get some protection. And we end up doing that, so that's good. We also cleared out the rest of the buildings on the field. Okay, got this Diana over here with a large health boost and also counterattack. Gonna summon this flight hero over here just to block for now. Also put some curse and some poison. Okay, and guess we could go for the board wipe because that Diana could be an issue, so we'll go for that. Then we'll follow up next with a hero with high stats. Also do want to protect the floss over here. Okay, we force the silence, which is okay. A tough choice here, but I think we're gonna go with the... Ooh, let's see if we can clear this out. Actually gonna go with the Blair over here on A1. Go for some early damage, and then also start setting up our board with the mental shields. Yeah! Okay, we got this Kong Monkey King with some reflect damage. Let's see if we can get anything here. This one gives block. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this hero with the flight. Also deal some additional damage to male heroes, but not too much. As you can see, the Kong Monkey King has a large attack boost. Okay, we'll go with this Void Jewel over here on D3. We'll get some mental shield whenever one of the enemies attacks. Also, we'll deal some curse if an order hero attacks on their side. Okay, we'll go with the lifesteal now, get some health back. And then we'll also go with this melee hero over here on C3. This one will give miss to one of the enemies at the end of the turn. We're really hoping to get curse on the Kong Monkey King. And hopefully we didn't give curse the miss to the order hero here. Okay, so we got some curse, so that is good. Gonna go next with this grandma over here on the C3. You can see we're doing a little bit of damage. A lot of repeated damage. We have the Mad Totem coming from the Hoodoo, which is going to heal whenever an enemy is destroyed. Okay, and our board has now changed a lot. I'm going to go with the Yoster over here on D1. Get a little bit of protection to our heroes. Go for a health boost. Whoa! Okay, some more curse again. Have some more damage. Let's see, we can give miss to heroes in the line. There is still a lot of curse out there, so that is good. Let's take advantage of that and go for... Actually, we can freeze 2 heroes as well, but let's go just with the mental shield altogether. Okay, finally got rid of the totem, and more importantly, got rid of the Kong Monkey King, and still left the order hero on the field. So additional curse. Okay, we have some more wipes. Let's go with the range hero over here on C1. Okay, and at this point, we just need to make sure we can keep the Yoster alive. Not too worried about having the Void Jewel out here. Wondering if we can give anything with attack boost. You know, we'll just go with this range hero with the high stats. Also, the Frost will allow us to start wiping out some other heroes. We summon more order heroes. Whoa! Or not. We'll go for some more damage instead. Okay, another order hero again. That is fine. We have the board wipes, and there we go. Oh, there we go now. Oh, because of the miss. I forgot about that. Okay, well, we have one more battle this week, so yeah, let's hop right in. It's Adam. Okay, so they are starting first. They have the Kabas here with the reflect damage. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the Tiling Dragon Dance. We'll trigger a little bit of reflect damage, but more importantly, we do have the adjacent damage, which allows us to then deal some wounded damage because of the move shoes. Okay, I'm gonna go with. So we have that over there. It's there. Gotta find a way to deal damage to this hero, although we're gonna end up wiping out a majority of our own heroes. Don't want to do. I think this will still be okay. Yeah, I don't want to attack the Kabas anymore to trigger the reflect damage. Okay, got this Tent of Life over there. Gonna go with our... Yeah, we'll go with the melee hero with the high stats, just to block for the tiling. Okay, we forced the silence, so that is good. Okay, we have this Yoser, which is not going to help us out. Let's go with the... We'll go with our own Kabas over here. Okay, that is fine. I'm taking the risk that we triggered the damage here. Okay, let's see. Probably still better for us to get rid of the Yoster, so I am going to go with the Count of Lad, followed by the board wipe. Silenced our male heroes, but that is okay. We'll go with our building over here on D2. This one will deal damage to the enemies when they come out and play, which includes these stones over here. Okay, I need to deal with this grandma because of the copies, so let's do a shuffle and see what we can find. Okay, I'll go with the the Justia over here on A2. This will give miss to another one of the enemies when another one comes out. Okay, I'm gonna go with the lifesteal here. Then also go with this range hero over here on A1. Okay, I'm not too concerned about this Warden of the North, although there is an attack steal and a free skill here. Okay, we'll go with another Kabas over here on D2. Yeah! Okay, we have an owl coming out from the mother owl here. Okay, some more attack steal. We're going to go with our own Yoster over here on B2. Okay, triggered the counterattack on the Diana, but that is okay. Okay, we have our damage again. Let's go with, let's see here, seeing the stats. I'm gonna go actually with another flight hero just to block. Okay, and we do have miss on our Kabas, but that is okay. Okay, let's see, we'll go with this range hero over here on the C2. And there we go. So that was Adam 05. Alright, not too bad of a week. As we just finished up the entire thing. So yeah, we will see you guys later. This is Happy Splasher, signing off.